Did you know that of the about 80 billion neurons in the brain, 35 billion of them are dedicated to visual processing? And yet, we have typically searched online with text to find results like these. It's not how we shop in the real world, so why do we do it online? That's where visual search comes in. Visual search uses real-world images as the input for online searches. It turns a smartphone camera into a visual discovery tool. So that means that you can use a screenshot or a picture you've taken on your phone as a search query, instead of trying to type words that precisely match what you want. You can also scan the world around you using tools like Pinterest Lens and Google Lens, which make use of smartphone cameras. Google Lens can recognize over 1 billion objects already, including famous landmarks and, amazingly, also individual dogs, as in my example here. Google also says Lens has been used over 3 billion times already. And as we can see here, it has a very obvious e-commerce application, from image to purchase in just a few seconds. If you saw a beautiful chair and decided you wanted it, how would you search for it on Google using text alone? You might focus on the color, the shape, the style, or some combination of all of these. Now, just think of all the chairs that are listed online on e-commerce websites worldwide. How is Google going to match what you've typed for with that exact object? Text is a blunt and unreliable instrument for such a delicate task. Using an image of the chair, you can jump from wanting it to buying it very quickly. But, you might say, what if I don't want to buy the chair? What if I'm just interested in it? Or what if I already have it and I want something complementary? Well, visual search has an answer for that too. It can be used for exploration. The computer vision technology detects visual cues and then suggests similar styles. The user can also add some text to make their query more precise. So, say I search using a picture of a shirt that I already own. I'm interested in the pattern, not the object, let's say. Well, I can add a tag to direct the technology towards related items. This then leads to products like Pinterest's Complete the Look, which can suggest items to, yes, complete the look, based on a photo that the user submits. As Amazon said, visual search is perfect for shoppers who face two common dilemmas. I don't know what I want, but I'll know it when I see it, and I know what I want, but I don't know what it's called. Our examples have used fashion and home decor, which are, as we can see here, the two biggest use cases for visual search so far. These are the product categories where visual information is dominant for consumers. But we can still see here that it matters across the full range of categories. We are visual creatures after all. Instagram's co-founder Kevin Systrom said, "Our brains are wired for images. Writing was a hack, a detour. We are returning to what is most natural." The future for most industries lies in a blend of visual and text data in what we call multimodal search. Multimodal in the simple sense that it combines multiple modes into one search query. We're also seeing use cases in industries we hadn't considered at first, such as manufacturing and home repairs, where people need to find a very specific part or product. The balance between text and images may shift depending on industry, but there are few instances where visual information would not add some welcome precision. So how does this work? Let's take a look at a little bit more detail of some visual search technology. Here we can see that the user has snapped these loafers using Pinterest Lens and submitted them as their query. The computer vision technology detects objects in the frame. It has been trained using the billions of photos on Pinterest along with their annotations in pins and on boards, where Pinterest gets a lot of rich data. So it has some level of confidence that these are loafers and they exist in the fashion category. And it can tell which colors are in the image. So far, this is relatively basic object detection, but what Pinterest does next is it uses different components of the query to perform different searches. It does this because the user's intent is not 100% clear from the image they submitted. Do they want to buy these exact loafers? Do they already own them? Do they want to know more about the product category more generally? Pinterest Lens isn't a magic tool, even if it can look like it, so it has to balance those probabilities. It looks for visually similar images using computer vision. If the user wants to buy the product, this will return relevant images. It looks for the object within images. So if the user wants more of a look, this will fetch some relevant results. And third, it uses the text annotations it applied to the image, so loafers, shoes, as the basis of an image search. This functions similar to typing some text into Google image search or similar. And then this will fetch broader results about the category. So we have 3 different types of searches here, all starting from one image. The 3 are then blended, and the proportion of results taken from each of those 3 sections is based on a prediction carried out by Pinterest. So based on what we know about this user, their search history, and the image they used, what are they most likely to want in response to that query? The blender helps to order the results so we get closer to serving the user's request. Visual search uses real-world images as the input for online searches. It turns a smartphone camera into a visual discovery tool. In essence, it allows you to search what you see. For more tech videos, hit the subscribe button over there. Thanks.